Hi everybody, it's Gwen. Today I'm going to film the Falltime Cozytime book tag. The original tag was created by Sam of Novels and Nonsense, and I absolutely love her channel name, and I've been watching her videos, and I will link her in the description box. I suggest you go check her out. Her channel is really awesome. I'll start by saying that autumn or fall, whatever you call it, is definitely my favorite time of year. The cooler weather, the colors in the trees, the clothing, the food, the holidays, everything. It is my favorite time of year. It always has been. So for this book tag, there's a few questions, and I have picked out books for all of them, I'm pretty sure. So let's get started. The first one is Crunching Leaves. The world is full of color. Choose a book that has some reds, orange, yellows on the cover. And for that, I chose The Bone Bed by Patricia Cornwell. It has the golden and yellow, brown, and the reds, and on the back it has a little bit. She's wearing brown, so red spine with the gold. So I chose this one. This book I have not read yet, but it's about a woman who vanishes when she is digging through a dinosaur bone bed and out like in the remote wilderness in Canada. And so of course the main character, Scarpetta, is on the case to find out what happened to her. Second question, cozy sweaters. It's finally cool enough to don warm, cozy clothing. What book gives you the warm fuzzies? And that is a book that I finished at the beginning of the month, so it will be in my monthly wrap-up, but that is Rainbow Rowell's Landline. Now, of course, this book is set like very near Christmas, so it's actually winter in the book, but I just love even though it's set in the winter time and the two main characters, Georgie and her husband Neil, are separated for most of the book, I think the ending just has a very warm and fuzzy, it's a warm fuzzy ending for me. So I always enjoy Rainbow Rowell books, and this was no exception, so I'm choosing it for my cozy sweater book. Next one, Fall Storm. The wind is howling and the rain is pounding. Choose your favorite book or a genre that you like to read on a stormy day. And for that, when I think of a stormy day, I think of, obviously not being able to go outside, but just kind of being in my bed in my loungy clothes, like covered up in a blanket. And when I'm like that, I really like to read like mysteries or thrillers or crime genre books. So I picked another Patricia Cornwell book, and for that one I picked The Body Farm. This is a book that I do hope to reread sometime soon, but this one follows the story of a missing 11-year-old girl, and again, Kay Scarpetta is on the case, and she's trying to finally track down a demented serial killer named Temple Galt. So I do hope to reread this, and I will be snuggled under my bed on a rainy day reading this book. Cool, crisp air. Oh, I love that. What's the coolest character you want to play Traces with? I picked Alaska from Looking for Alaska by John Green. And I know what you're thinking. Gwen, really? You picked Alaska? I did. I know she's a little self-destructive and she's got her issues, but she's gorgeous, she's clever, she's funny, people are fascinated by her, and she doesn't take crap from anybody. And that's the type of character that I would like to be. So I choose Alaska. Hot apple cider, which I also love. What underhyped book do you want to see become the next biggest hottest thing. And I would have to say anything by Patricia Cornwell, not specifically a book, but just her as an author. I feel like on BookTube, I don't really see a lot of people reading her, and if you're into, you know, the mystery, crime, thriller, whodunit, anything like that, I suggest picking up her books. I have almost the complete series. I've showed you on my bookshelf before, but I would definitely pick her. Let's see. The next one. Coats, scarves, and mittens. The weather has turned cold, and it's time to cover up. What's the most embarrassing book cover that you own that you would like to keep hidden in public? And for that, I'm just going to choose the entire trilogy for the 50 Shades of Grey. And not that the covers are very, the pictures on the cover aren't very, like, oh my goodness, I wouldn't want people to see me with that. All of the covers are pretty nondescript. But I feel like I'm choosing this one because everybody and their mother and brother and cousin and nephew has heard about these books and kind of what the subject is and, you know, stuff like that. So I feel like if I'm reading this out in public, I don't want them to be looking at me like, oh, she's reading 50 Shades of Grey, and look at her facial expressions or judge me because I'm reading them. So I have not read these yet. My sorority sister let me borrow them. I do hope to read them before the movie comes out in February, but I probably will not be reading these out in public. Pumpkin spice. What's your favorite fall time comfort food / foods? And am the typical white girl. I love pumpkin spice lattes. I have not made my own at home, but there are some great recipes, and I am going to link one of them down below. Along with my pumpkin spice latte, I enjoy anything pumpkin, but if I'm going to Starbucks to get a pumpkin spice latte or 7-Eleven to get a pumpkin spice latte, another thing that I love grabbing is the pumpkin bread. And my last comfort food, because pumpkin bread's kind of like a more treat, and pumpkin spice latte is obviously a drink. But my food, of course I love soups and stuff like that, but I love chicken and dumplings. I mean, I am from the South, and yeah, I just love chicken and dumplings. So a good chicken and dumpling, and I am good to go. Last one, warm, cozy bonfire, spread the cozy warmth. Who do you tag? And I have no idea who I'm going to tag yet. I'm going to try to tag as many people as I possibly can. I'll link all of their channels down in the description box. So if you're watching this video, I'm tagging you, but also make sure you check the description box for your name or your channel title, and possibly I'll be tagging you as well. I hope everybody is enjoying their fall. I know I am. It is a little bit crazy with school and everything, but the leaves are starting to change, and I'm super excited about that, and the weather is getting cooler. My hair is kind of like crazy. I had a midterm this morning, and it was pouring down rain when I left. So I'm going to grab a cup of hot apple cider or hot chocolate and enjoy the rest of my afternoon, and I will see you next time. Bye.